It's flavorful. You turn it upside down, favorite staple. Look at the crispiness on that right there. Unbelievable. Trapp House has been open for 2.5 years. You know, it was all a dream and it was a vision of mine. I always wanted to finish my end game with opening up a restaurant and just having a place where people could come and socialize and eat, drink beer and have a good time, because that's always was the joy and the high points of my life when I was growing up. Well, you know, family and friends getting together, sharing food, sharing drinks, and just the association together was, you know, something that I can remember. It was always the high points of my life. Downtown Phoenix, being a city boy like myself from New York, you know, why wouldn't I pick downtown Phoenix? When I first came here, the only thing popping in Phoenix downtown was the library that actually caught a flood, and I think they rebuilt it. But there's been so much growth downtown right now. I always called it the biggest, smallest city in the world, you know, because downtown, no one came downtown. It was a ghost town here. And when I first moved in about 2.5 years ago, we was closed at 7 o'clock. Now, there's so many residents and things like that that we are actually, before COVID, was open at 10, 11, 12 o'clock. And this place gets packed. The cool thing about downtown Phoenix as well, where I'm at, it's also Roosevelt Road, the art district. And it's named one of the top art districts in the US. I just appreciate everything, and that's why I kind of shared some of the art being down here. I kind of had other artists come in and decorate the inside of the Trapp House. All of those murals were all done by local artists. I'm always big on supporting the community. If you give back, you get back. You know, it's all part of, you know, life. You know, just got to be good-hearted and give to get back. One of the things that I didn't have in my business plan when I first started, if I was talking to myself, employees. Employees are hard. I actually gave out 65 W-2s in 1 year. And I only keep about 10 to 12 people on staff. So that just lets you know the turnaround ratio in a restaurant business. That was not on my business plan or even in my foresight of what I was going to experience. So there was a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, and depending on who was going to open for you when that person quit or left or whatever. So that's one thing you have to keep in mind. I find that a lot of mom and pop shops, and I'm thinking this is the reason why they kind of got the name mom and pop, because it's a family-owned business and you have to have a lot of family in that town to help support and help keep your business growing. I didn't have that opportunity because I'm the only one out in Phoenix. Yeah, my parents moved here, but they're retired. They're not trying to come and help me with my vision. They retired. They put in their work, and raising me was a battle in itself. So that was a good thing, that I do have some dependable people that really been here from day one and just worked with me and helped me see my vision and just worked with me and so forth. It gets hard time to time. You know, the one thing that kills you and hurts your heart is when you have a passion and you love what you're doing, and then you have somebody come in on Yelp and kind of give you a bad review or says something that, you know, that kind of hurts you in your heart, that you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing or you're not working up to your full potential. And knowing all of the blood, sweat, and tears that I put in to get the consistency and the taste and just the dependability and how hard we work, I kind of had to grow thick skin when it comes to that, because the majority of the people tell me every day, Phil, this is the best barbecue I've ever ate. This is the best food the place is amazing. It's where I want to come and spend my time, you know? And with that being said, I'm looking to expand because everybody wants to come and chill. I just was trying to do a quick takeout barbecue restaurant. Now, people want to stay, and that's bad for my business plan because I was trying to do more to go. So I'm going to open up next door and put more seating and do more of a family style barbecue, something that I really didn't envision. Being from New York, there's a lot of to-go spots, you know, where you just grab food and you walk down the block, you know, a hot dog, fold up a pizza in half and kind of eat it on the fly. And that's what I was trying to do with barbecue. That didn't work for Phoenix. Phoenix is still a residential, family-oriented town, and people want to come out. Even before COVID and people were coming into the offices, at lunchtime, they want to come and sit down and enjoy their lunch, where back home in Manhattan, we would grab something out the deli and go back to our desk and eat it and answer phones and still work and type and do that. They want their time. They want their full hour. So it's a different mindset of what I had envisioned, but I love it. And the one big thing that you got to remember with business, and this is anything in life. My background before I started in a restaurant business was construction, project manager. I'm a professional project manager by trade. What it taught me is how to adapt, how to change and adapt. You got to change and adapt on the fly. You got to really figure out solutions on the fly. And what's best, not by your emotions what's best, but what's your business sense? What's the business sense is going to make this work, you know? Not so much how I feel or what you think I feel I should do or what other people feel you should do. It's your business sense of what's going to make you money. And that's what's going to help you. Through the whole COVID, I stayed open. I adapted. I did online ordering. I did some deliveries. I did curbside service. Nobody was out on that street because everybody was home quarantining, right? So I had my own like drive-through on Roosevelt. People would pull up at the meter. We would tell them just to call. We would bring the food out to them. They would already have paid on the phone or they paid online. No touch, no contact. Boom, it was in the back seat and they kept going. And it worked great. A lot of other restaurants closed down. So with that, not making any money at that point, they really suffer. It's sad to say a lot of those businesses are not reopening now that things are back. Even though that PPP loan came in and came out, it wasn't enough to sustain them to reopen because they lost so much income. There's so many people in the red. So I'm glad I adapted. You know, one big book that really helped me from when I was younger in my 20s that I read was Who Moved My Cheese? It really kind of taught me how to adapt and deal with change on the fly. I tell everybody to read that book, whatever you do in life. One of the things for me with just starting out, you know, I didn't have a whole lot of money to go and just drop into a restaurant off the bat. So again, with my project management background, I have to have things pay for itself. So you got to start off little. If that's your end goal and you're big, you got to kind of work to get to that, right? So one of the things that I've done is I started out with a small online catering business. So that catering business got me the money to start off a food truck. Once I did the food truck, then I went and started gaining the customers I needed and the fan bases and the social media, and that just kind of grew me to where people started asking me, where are you located? What are you going to do next? Where are you going to open up at? Can I hire you for this or that or whatever? So you want to kind of make things pay for itself and then not just get a hefty loan and throw it out on an idea on a whim. You're more stable when you come in that way, you know? That was one of the best things I've done, I feel. It was tight at times. It was like, why did I do this at times? Because it's all of your money that you're putting in. But at the end of the day, you don't owe anybody. You don't have this big, huge loan that you took out, and it all makes sense. You got to make sure your dollars make sense and it's going to turn over, you know? Food truck, for me, I did it for about 5 years. I got the name out in the Valley. I even gained attention from Food Network and other TV appearances and things like that. And I love that. It really built two brands. It built a brand for my food truck and it built a brand for me as a chef, right? I'm a self-taught chef, you know, a pitmaster. I also felt like I needed some more accolades. So I went and I started going into barbecue competitions. When I started winning awards with my own flavor, with my own style barbecue, it was something new to them. Anything new is different. When you're going in and you're tasting one box after another box, okay, this is Kansas City style. Oh, this is Memphis style. This is Texas style. Wait, what is this? I never had this. When that tastes your palate, you're like, whoa, whoa. I don't even know if I like it, but it's a winner because I'm just broke the monotony of the same boring box that's coming to your table. So one of the things that I thought long and hard of when I was thinking about doing the first food truck or anything, how can I build my brand? How can I build my brand to where it's different? Everybody hates McDonald's, but that is a billion-dollar business, right? And everybody says, no, I don't eat McDonald's, or I don't, but McDonald's is the only place where you could get the McDonald's fries. Nowhere else. If you want McDonald's fries, you can't go to Burger King and get it. You can't get it from Wendy's. You got to go to McDonald's to get the McDonald's fries. What did I have to do to fill the grill different? There's a lot of barbecue joints. What am I going to do different to stand out from the rest, to be different? Right? The Philly crack wings, make a different way, right? Make a different way. So I found what I didn't like in smoked wings. I took it and I made it fit for me and my family. I cook for me and my family, and other people enjoy it and they feed off of it. And the flavor of my rubs is different. So you want to kind of be different. You want to not overpower the situation, but you want everything to be on a balanced playing field. You want everything to balance out and be on the same playing field, and complement each other, right? So if you have a brisket and you got nothing but hot spice, it doesn't matter how good you cook that brisket perfectly. You're burning your mouth. Nobody's tasting how well you prepared that brisket. You want everything to be balanced out and complement each other. And that's what I said I was going to do and bring to the table. That's why it took me a long time. It wasn't overnight. It took me a long time to come up with the rubs, seasoning, and flavor profile that I wanted to come up with. And with the different recipes that I've come up with, it took me a while to really trial and error and see what worked and what didn't work. When I let the people decide for me, you know? Yes, I cook for me and my family loves it, but that might not be for every additional household. So I listen and I change and I adapt, and that's what's really got me to where I'm at right now. And I'm definitely proud of myself to do that, because I actually went to college for business management and project management, and I'm now a restaurant owner, something that I taught myself. One advice I would give somebody for opening up their own restaurant would be, how much do I have that I'm going to invest? How long can I carry this business? You want to make sure you don't really come in on a shoestring budget off of an idea and a hope and a dream. Because what if that doesn't play out? Then what happens? Then now you're miserable that your dream didn't work out and you failed miserably, right? So you want to kind of really let things pay for itself, and you want things to really balance out a little bit at a time. So start off slow. Maybe, like I said, you know, start off on a little catering business. See how that works. And then after that, you know, get a little trailer, a food trailer, and do that before you just drop a whole bunch of bread and then don't get it back or lose everything. And then some people have lost their business and still owe money after the business closes. And what a bad feeling that you went to go live for your dream and it all failed and crumbled in front of you. Let your dreams start off small and let them build and pay for itself. I'd rather get base hits and get somebody on base than hit a home run every now and then, right? So just start off small, get on base, and the success will come. You will get batted in, you know? Just get on base. That's all you have to do. You don't have to hit a home run right out the gate, you know? And that's been always my thought process and my mindset that has really, you know, helped me succeed and get to where I'm at. You know, I'm not looking for a whole lot, and you gotta stay humble, and you gotta be thankful for anything, anybody, because nobody has to like you. Nobody has to, you know, really care about your dreams. So you have to get people to love and understand your passion and make them feel your passion and feel what you're doing is something that you love, and now that they might like it. Because that's what I saw. I remember watching TV and I was like, wow, I would like to be like this guy. And now I'm cooking with these guys. You know what I mean? So it's a great feeling. I love it. I wouldn't give it up for anything. The Trapp House is with me, and it's a brand, and it's also a place where people come and sit down, drink, eat, and that's what I wanted to accomplish.